The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What's happening? Good evening, everybody. It is finally Friday, my favorite day of the week, and I get to hang out with you, find friends, fellas, whatever you want to be calling. I don't care. I'll address you however you'd like. We have a fantastic show, and was going to ask the guys, but nobody really showed up on time, so I'm just going to put it out there. We are dropping YouTube at about 9:45. Because we got some serious stuff to talk about, and YouTube don't like that kind of stuff. So if you want to hit the links down below in the description, you can find our link to the green app, to the big old X marks the spot, and you can come join us over there because we're live on 4, I guess if you count David's, Twitch, with links down below. We're live on 4 different destinations tonight. We're dropping YouTube at 9:45, so make sure you're watching on the green app and on the X marks the spot. Joining me as always is my left-hand man, the wild Australian author who is finished fighting his kangaroo, David Applegate.
G'day, friends and fans. Yeah, sorry I was late. Stupid email program. Open up, send email. What could be wrong? No, it just won't download any new emails.
Don't lie, you were fighting with your kangaroo.
She's such a bitch.
Not on live. Okay, we won't discuss this on live air. Joining us all the way from the wonderful round table is the Anime Knight.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. It is Friday, and we're all off work, and we actually can hang out and do everything that we wanted to do from the get-go. Lots to talk about. Also, YouTube, leave us alone. Let us speak our minds and have open discussions.
What is freedom of speech? Last but not least, the channel dad himself, Brian Lane.
Still cameraless. And Rockstar can go eat a big bad.
What's your problem?
With what?
With not having a camera.
It's because it's still black and white.
So what? Be black and white. That'd be noir. That'd be cool.
But no, Rockstar decided that 40% of their PC users don't need access to GTA 5 online, and they said F you and cut them all off.
No way.
Myself included. Yes way.
Hold up. What? Rockstar just cut off the servers for
they 2 days ago, they released an update that included BattleEye and anti-cheat. They did not enable the Linux support, so Steam Deck, and it doesn't work on Steam at all, Windows or Linux. And Steam Deck, so that's 40% of the GTA Online users use the Steam version. And apparently today, it was auto-banning people who fired it up. And I mean perma-ban. It's banning your hardware.
Whoa, that's incredible.
Yep.
That's insane.
Dude, so
they fucked up big time.
Hey, use your language.
I don't care.
I do. It's my channel.
I know. They they bent over and I mean, yeah, if you look up GTA 5 online on Twitter or Reddit, people are lit.
Oh, dude, I bet.
I mean, basically, Steam reached out to Rockstar today and said, we're effing fixing this because people are demanding refunds. And there was too many of them. They're going to go broke refunding the game. So,
dang, yeah, bro.
What they really should do is take it out. Immediately do a patch, take it out, and then get it to work before you do this.
Unpatch, please.
Yes. So, yes, it was having havoc with Windows users. And apparently yesterday someone, I saw multiple people posting that the anti-cheat's already been defeated. It's the same anti-cheat they tried to put in, because my daughter told me, was it Fortnite or was it
Denuvo?
I thought it was the Blizzard game. What's that other one that they goofed up with the second version?
I'm pretty sure it was Denuvo.
But a few games have actually had BattleEye, and it's been in a disaster, from what I understand.
What is BattleEye?
It's an anti-cheat, supposedly, but apparently it doesn't work worth a crap.
What's an anti-cheat?
So I don't know what cheats it's looking for. I don't know if it's looking for people teleporting people around the map. I mean, GTA, there's a zillion ways to cheat online. People morph in and out of passive mode. They, I've been sometimes they'll teleport everybody in a lobby to a position and then blow everybody up, or follow explosions. They'll follow you through the air. There's all kinds of things, but I just typically just lag out to a solo lobby and I don't have the problem. So, but yeah, it's something that they released. They didn't do it right, obviously. I think this is a bit of an experiment. It's, the game's been out, 10, 11 years, and now you add anti-cheating to it. It's a bit late for that.
Considering that pretty much people have accepted the fact that it's bloated with cheats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, I mean, people can, spawn money and you can run over it. I mean, there's all kinds of things, and I don't do any of that stuff, so we'll see if the rumors are true about people getting their accounts banned just by trying to log in without BattleEye enabled, and because I haven't tried in a couple days. But yes, came out this week. The conspiracy side of me is wanting to believe that they're trying to spoil the milk so that people will move off of GTA 5 and go to 6. But this is not how you do that.
Yeah, for real.
6 is not coming out on the PC for 2 more years. So it's crazy.
Like, you're getting echo.
Yeah, I heard that a little bit.
What's your problem?
I don't know. So, yeah, I don't know if is it Take-Two that owns Rockstar? I think
it's a weird relationship. Yeah. I can't keep track of them all, because they buy each other out, then they split, and then they change names.
Yeah, just wait for them to keep it. Yeah, so I find it a very strange move. It may have been an experiment to see how well it would work in their system. It was not well thought out, but if they're not careful, they're going to lose. Players are not going to come back, and they're not going to go to GTA 6. I mean, there's a good chance if they don't get this recovered well enough that, again, maybe it's part of the plan. They don't want to release it on PC at all, console only. And so what better way is to irritate nearly half the community and have them never come back?
Well, they're already facing an uphill battle with 6, with the fact that half the PCs out there won't run it.
Yeah. Well, there's been rumors that there's going to be a GTA 5 refresh, like a little bit newer graphics and stuff. I don't know how true that is. It seems a little silly to do that again. But, the PC version is going to be delayed almost a year from the console version. They really only want it on the most high-gen consoles.
And again, they're also looking at the fact that when GTA 6 comes out, whether you want to be upgrade it or not, you have no choice. That eventually that GTA Online will die with the support for GTA 5.
Yeah, I get that. It's a bit frustrating, but that's kind of the nature of that game.
That's the thing. That's the nature of the game. If you buy a video game that's always online, expect it to be shut down.
Yeah.
You don't own it. You're an idiot if you think you do.
But apparently story mode does still work on Steam, but who plays story mode? That's just kind of stupid. So anyway, so there you go. Rant over. Back to the regular broadcast.
Well, I mean, that you get all these people that have so much money, and it's they don't care about the consumer.
No, because they're too big.
And this is why I always have said buy physical.
Yeah, but this one's a game. Even if you had physical, if you play the online, you're on an online lobby. You're not.
Yeah.
Well, see, dude, the online stinks, man. I don't like playing online.
So, with a game like that, that's the only thing I like. I basically did enough story mode to enable online, and then I never looked back.
Oh, see, I get so tired of getting in on the online, and then you take like 2 steps and then get shot. Yeah. 2 steps, you get killed.
Well, and there's stuff, right? It's not a death match, right? So there's other stuff to do. But yeah, there was other games like Deus Ex and things like that where there was a story mode and there was online, but it was just death match, right? And that's all you were doing, and that was boring. If you want to do that, you play, Doom or something, Well, Doom had both too, but that was fun in deathmatch. But some of those games, Quake and some of those were just only deathmatch, right? There was no story, I don't think. I know those are old school games for you, Seth, but
yeah, I don't know all that.
But yeah, no, my daughter likes the story mode on GTA, but. And, for the most part, I'm doing stuff by myself. It's kind of like, in many ways, it's kind of like, World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
When all my
success.
Yeah, when all my guilds stop playing.
Yeah, well, online games, they're just not for me. I've tried playing them before, Red Dead Redemption 2, all that stuff, and it's just not. But everybody's been saying the online gameplay, one of these days they're going to turn the servers off. This is the first time that they've completely blocked a paying crowd of people from being able to use their service. So,
yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a big step, a big jump. I think it's crazy.
Yeah, I think the unannounced side of this is probably what is really where they really screwed up, right? They should have said, "Hey, we're going to add this on this date. We're working on Steam support, but it might take 2 more weeks." Right? Then people know, okay, I'll take a break. But just suddenly you go to log in, it's trying to log in. It says you have to have BattleEye and you hit enter and just quit out. You quit the story mode. No explanation, no warning, no nothing. I think that's what's really got people the most irritated. Because it just looks like they're money grubbing scum, right? Maybe they didn't.
Actually, Red Dead's gotten hit too. I'm just looking at it.
Did they?
Red Dead Online got hit.
I'm pretty sure I got on Red Dead Online for like 2 minutes, and it was just like, dude, no, this is no good, no fun. There was nightmare stories about like you having to do so much work to get like 1 nugget of gold, and it was like, this isn't worth it.
Yeah. Yeah,
so,
that is a fine line.
I forget where I'm at on both GTA Online and also Red Dead Online, so I forget where I'm at exactly.
So I got dang dude, whoever's got the echo, I can't even think. Is that Lape? Anyway, so I got on GTA 5 online, played it for not very long. Unless you buy shark cards, man, you just can't get anywhere.
Yeah, because I mean, back then back then, you had the Cayo Perico heist, and you could do that like every, I want to say 30 minutes back in the day. Every 30 to 45 minutes you could do it, and then you would get like a million every so often, like every hour and everything. And then Rockstar got mad because everybody was playing the Cayo Perico and making money like crazy. So they decided, well, we're going to make this more irritating. We're going to have we're going to give the guards the ability to see through walls and see you and dead body right there.
Dude,
Even
that's
though the guard
crazy. No way.
and dude, and the guard is facing your way. So say you
Yep, he ain't kidding. They can shoot you through walls too.
Yes, and they shoot you through walls. So say you take out the guard at the top of the building, at the top of the guard tower, and the other guards over there are like, oh well, oh alert, 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 and it's like not even 5 seconds. Even in the compound, it's way worse. Like you would have to be Bruce Lee on tiptoe, Ninja Gaiden style, just to even and hope to God that the guards are really obtuse and don't know what's going on. It's a nightmare, and that's why I don't play it, and that's why I don't play the Cayo Perico heist anymore, because they added so much crap, and they halved everything, like except for that Panther statue, they won't touch that. No, we don't want to.
Well, that only shows up 1 week a year.
Yeah, that thing is so unbelievably hard to get.
Am I?
And by the time you get it, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, you didn't complete the elite challenge. You got caught. No bonus
That's
money
crazy.
for you.
That's nuts. Like, what's going on with your computer, man?
I don't know.
Like, why is it so echoey?
I don't know. I don't hear it now, but no, it's I used to do the Cayo Perico heist all the time. It's the only one you can do by yourself. It's the only heist you can do the whole thing. And I used to do the whole thing, the soups. Well, yeah, there you're just delivering. That's not really a heist. But I used to run it 45 minutes. For an old man like me, wasn't bad. Yeah, they nerfed it multiple times, and now there's times I run it and I don't even know how I get detected. And I'll get detected, and I'm like,
it's like you kick a trash can. It's like you kick a trash can over inadvertently, and it's like, crap.
But at the airfield, there's a guard that walks around, and if he turns around and you're in the shack, there's a wall that you can't jump over. Right, it's too high. Yet somehow he can see you over this wall and shoot you, but you can't shoot him. I've been killed in that shack by that guy. Now it's echoing again. I heard an echo again. But anyway, it is a bit irritating, and I don't know exactly, why now, right? I can understand on a new game, and if you're going to do it as an experiment, why not announce it for like 2 months? So it's really odd. Now I only bought the game. I started during the Enterprise. I forget what expansion thing, but essentially that's when Cayo Perico was the newest heist. So I got an office and a motorcycle club, and I think one. No, I think one or maybe I just got the herb farm, and then I think I had to buy the sub, but early on it's a pain, and but see, what I did is I went through the various, almost like a quest chain, right? You get your tomahawk, you go through the mystery of the serial killer, you do a few of those things, and you get enough money, and you buy the sub. And the first time I did that, someone showed me scoping the island as a cutscene and where all the entrances were. That helped. And then I ran it a few times with people. That's the thing too, is I don't know how in the world you run Cayo Perico with 4 anymore. It's hard to do with 2.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know, but it's a heist. possible to, if you run it with 4 people, to get the highest loot, which is in the compound. I don't think you can do it with 4 people stealthy. And now if you kill or knock out too many guards, they've lowered how many you can do, and then the alarm just goes off. There's routes where they can see them, so there's only certain guards you can take out in certain spots. There's one guard near the office, and his path, he stops 3 times, and if you take him out in 2 of them, he can be seen by 2 other guards, but in the in-between spot, which he's on for about maybe 5 seconds, maybe less, he can't be seen there. But if you do it when he's at the top of the steps, which is the way I used to do it for like a year, the Juggernaut will see him. If you do it too close to the VW, the guard that's standing there when he walks around will see him. So yeah, and I don't know why. I know a lot of people that still do the casino heist. They still do these other ones. I'm like, instead of nerfing Kaya, they should have upped what those older heists pay out, because they're a crap ton more effort than Kaya Perico is. But yeah, it used to be about $1 million an hour doing Kaya Perico.
Yeah, you could probably hit 8 million. I would say, like, what's a good estimate? Like 2 to 3 hours, you would hit 8 million.
Well, probably more.
Y'all need to be sending me some money on this, because I ain't got nothing.
It depends on how quickly you can do it. Now, someone like me, 30, half an hour to 45 minutes is fast, but there's people who do the whole thing in 20 minutes. But they do job skipping and a bunch of other weird crap. But no, I'd say definitely $1.5 million or so an hour. But see, what I used to do back, a couple of years ago, or maybe 3, I guess, I would do the Kaya Perico. I would do 1 delivery from one of my motorcycle club businesses. And when I was about halfway done with that, it would reset. So I think it was around 22 minutes.
Yeah. It
would reset, and then they expand. Then they changed that. If you run it by yourself, it was 45 minutes. But then if you ran it with someone else, any number of other people, then it was still 22 minutes. And so a couple times I did this with randos online, where I'd set mine up, they'd set theirs up, we'd run mine, we'd run theirs, and then by that time it's set up a time again. But yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know. Somebody said, "Hey, we got to cut down cheating." Who knows? Maybe there was reports of somebody cheating ridiculously, and they decided to implement this. There's no security on stuff. A lot of people ran VPNs because of you can expose. Now, for a long time, because I ran on Linux, people could send scripts and crash Windows machines, and I would see it, which of course my machine would ignore it. At worst, it would lock my game up, but rarely. So there's all kinds of nefarious things that people were doing for years, and it's like, now you're gonna add this in and irritate people and not even do it right, and it's already been defeated. I don't get it. Like I said, it could be an experiment. How well does this work? There's probably some code in GTA 6 that's the same, probably the communication of the sessions and stuff. Hey, let's see if it works. But you don't experiment on your user base. You do that in the QA. If you want to really know, maybe you reach out and get 200 people in the community that'll run it for you to help you with your testing. You don't just launch it and then lock out 40% of your users. That's just insane. That's a great way to go out of business, is what that is.
Gotcha.
Because that trust is going to be extremely hard to get back.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, now people are going to be second guessing any of their purchases on this, because and on other games, because how long until somebody else pulls the plug on a system and people lose? I mean, I'm sure people have thousands of hours buried into these games.
Oh yeah, and people like you said, anyone's buying shark cards or having them, mommy buys them $100 a month or something. It adds up over time. I mean, this game's been around 10 years. So it's probably pretty easy to find someone who spent a couple $1,000s over the years on that game. And I fully understand when GTA 6 things, sunset, but to just go cold turkey like that, unless you really are trying to irritate people to get, if you really don't want to support that platform anymore. And there's been rumors about them dropping PC support, but like the new consoles cost more than a decent PC gaming rig.
I mean, I just bought my PS5 for $450, I think.
Yeah,
That was on Black Friday.
Is that the latest, or is it 5? Oh, 4. Yeah,
I mean, it is a 5. It's a 5.
Okay,
but it was four. Originally priced like $4.99. I got it on Black Friday for $440.
Well, what's the thing I saw not too long ago? That's
the PS5 Pro.
$700 or $800.
Yeah, PS5 Pro. It's the bigger. It's got a bigger hard drive. Which, I mean, here's the thing: like, you do get a bigger hard drive. I don't really know what the specs are for it, but I mean, I have a hard drive. I have an external hard drive for mine, a 2 terabyte. So,
nice. Okay.
I don't really have an issue with the memory and stuff. It doesn't bother me. So I'm not really sure, something about 8K, but I mean, our eyes can't really see over 4, so what does it
8K.
matter?
Wow, yeah, that's insane. That's crazy. Yeah, unless you've got a really good television, you're not even going to.
Yeah.
It's like there's people who say, "Oh, their frame rate's too low," and it's like, dude, you can't see. Okay, maybe a few might, but most people can't see the high frame rates.
Yeah.
That's just personal ego, I think.
Well, there's that too. Nah, people wouldn't be egotistical, David, do you? You nuts?
Yeah.
Since you're down under and upside down, all the blood's rushing to your head.
It must. It must.
Yeah, everybody's crapping on it right now. They're not happy. Like, man.
Yeah. So, is anybody watching Agatha, that show? Has anybody heard anything about it?
I heard it's the gayest Disney ever.
Dang.
Is that the one that what's her name said it better be, because that's what I signed up for?
That's exactly what. Yeah, that's how they advertised it. It's not.
I cannot get into it.
I've ran out of my verbal Molotovs right now. I ran out of my verbal Molotovs to further torch it.
That's funny. I tried. I can't get into it, so whatever.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza or whatever. Is that her name?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, what's it about? I don't even know what it's about.
She's a witch.
She
apparently is still in a TV show like she was in WandaVision.
She's trapped in Wanda's prison, yeah.
Okay.
She was in WandaVision?
Yeah, she was the chick in WandaVision that was apparently the bad person the whole time.
So is this an MCU show?
Yeah. It's on Disney.
Oh, okay.
Did you? I guess you didn't watch WandaVision?
No, I don't have any.
That actually wasn't a bad show. I mean,
last episode.
Right, and yeah, exactly, because they let her go for enslaving all them people. But then the beginning of it was very interesting, and then but she was in that show, and there was some pretty cool effects on it. Like, I mean, each episode, each week was a different era of television. So, like, you had the first, I think it was like the first episode was very I Love Lucy, black and white. And then it was like one was like the it was like different decades of television, and one was like
Lucy,
the Brady Bunch. One was like the Honeymooners. That's right. Then one was The Office.
Bewitched. Yeah, I think The Office was the last one, wasn't it? It was Bewitched.
No, well, see, there. I want to say it was probably like, I think it was like 9 episodes, and I think around episode 5 or 6 they realized that they were in a TV show. Like,
they broke the wall. Yeah.
So they broke that wall, and that's kind of where you were like, oh, okay, this is what's going on.
Gotcha.
So for 6 episodes, each episode was a different era of television. Like each episode was structured after like a certain type of show.
Mm-hmm.
It in theory it was very cool. I enjoyed the beginning because it was very like I love Lucy and Honeymooners and those types of shows. Bewitched.
Yeah, some of it reminded me of Pacific Blue, Silk Stockings,
Oh yeah.
La Femme Nikita, all those classics.
Now, the thing is that got me is that now and again there were glimpses that it wasn't, there were glimpses, like there was a couple of flashes where you would see Vision dead. Now I get it. There were a few stuff ups, I think, in the overall storyline, but it was mild. It was just pacing issues because they were racing the show too fast.
When she turned around and Vision was like gray and had like half of his head missing, that was genuinely freaky.
It was, but it had you thinking that she had no part in it. It had you thinking that she was a prisoner too.
Yeah.
Now I think the problem was each episode was written by different people at different times, and they all had reshoots. So the story had a few disjointed. It didn't flow well. The whole thing with Proton was just obnoxious. She was obnoxious. Monica Rambeau was a shoe-in at the last minute. It was just supposed to be they come in, grab her, figure out that she's under a spell. This was the original pitch, right? That it was Agatha all along, right? That it was Agatha's prison. That Agatha imprisoned Wanda. Now, they just kept flipping the switch backwards and forwards with this whole Darkhold business, and then they didn't bring in Mephisto. And then, were these kids taken from a parallel dimension? Were they really her kids? How long were they in there? That's the problem when you have too many writers and nobody's talking to each other.
Yep.
Because
each show definitely had a different spin, and that was because they did bring in different writers, and that was not the writer for episode 6 should have known what the writer of episode 5 was doing so that the story could be somewhat coherent, but you didn't have any of that communication, and you had people that couldn't work together be there, and it made that whole show so disjointed that the first couple of episodes worked, and then the middle kind of was like its own separate area, and it was like whatever. But that's also a show that's like over a year old. See, that's how uninteresting that Agatha show is the fact that we can't even talk about it. We're talking about better stuff.
Now, the thing about Agatha is that it was originally pitched, Agatha Harkness is in a prison, and she knows she's in a prison, and the only way out is for her to complete a quest within the area of her prison to get to a wishing well, right? Basically, to wish her way out of her prison, right? But then they turned it into a road trip story because the basic story is over in one episode, basically. There is nothing to that show. It is a one episode premise that would be it'd be like one episode of Bewitched, right? Darren's in a prison. Samantha goes off to talk to her mother. Then her mother sends her off to Paris or whatever to do something for her. She comes back. The mother says, very well, and she releases Darren and disappears. And Darren turns around and says, what, honey? And she just smiles and says, what would you like for dinner? And that's it. That's how it should be, right?
Yeah.
Not a stupid road trip, but if you haven't noticed a theme lately, what are the two major themes Hollywood is pushing right now? Anti-Christianity.
They get it and make her gay.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's it. It's now put a witch in it and make her gay. They've taken it to the next step. Yeah.
They say
put a witch in it and make her gay. That's what Agatha is. That's exactly the entire storyline of Agatha, Acolyte, and many other shows that are all not even getting second seasons.
Yeah. It sucks.
Well, Hub's TV is bound to get cancelled because it's too expensive, right? They make 530 episodes a year, and they only have room for 200 new episodes a year. So a lot of stuff ain't going to make it to second season. A lot of stuff on Netflix. And Anime Nights just sitting there saying, hey, first time? You know, like, that's
Right.
been the formula for anime since 1972, right? There are very few shows which get fully committed to, fully made, where they get over 100. You'll either get 13 episodes or over 100 episodes. You never get a nice, comfortable story that's start to finish.
Yeah.
At this point, I rather toss some bowling pins and a unicycle at Rachel Zellweger and watch her juggle while I also throw pies at her face.
Oh yeah, but she has.
I'd rather be doing that. I'd rather be doing that than watching Agatha. I'd rather be doing that.
Yeah.
Because that would be 10 times funnier and way more entertaining, and seeing Rachel Zellweger fall on her ass, which would be perfect though, given the fact that she doesn't have one. So basically, it would be her tailbone she'd be hitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the only form of entertainment I could think of, unless of course we want to play pin to tail on Hillary Clinton. Or
I know,
better yet-
because I'm not deleting myself, and I don't want to delete myself, and I have no news or knowledge on that woman, and I don't want to delete myself. I'm extremely happy with my life.
Yes, I took a hammer to my hard drive just to prove that I have nothing on Hillary.
That was said by you, not me.
Yeah.
But it'd be funny though.
Oh, and speaking of Hillary, she wants to lock people up for misinformation.
You first, Hillary. Here's the orange jumpsuit from Etsy, custom made.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm reading something about the StreamYard stuff. It's rolling out the course of this month. Not everyone has it. Okay. Some people are complaining that they don't have the studio features and stuff yet, and I don't either. So I would like to get that. I paid for it, so. Jabone. We got about 5 minutes before we leave YouTube. There's one person watching, so I guess it really doesn't matter. But yeah, we are leaving YouTube. If you will click on the link on the chat, you can join us over on the Green app, and we will hang out there. And we'll discuss more of the potent news that we can't discuss here.
Yeah, they will come after us.
There's two mega stories right now that are definitely
hot topics.
Definitely, huh?
Hot topics.
They're very hot. They're too hot for YouTube.
Yeah, there's a bit of a complaint going on by a couple of YouTubers who are very upset right now that there's a 2-tier standard where they have certain types of videos allowed on YouTube if you're the right color of politics.
Yep.
And then there are people who routinely swear like a trooper on YouTube. Now, I'm not saying politics channels here, but there are a few gaming channels where people swear like a trooper and they never get banned. And yet other people have gotten banned for swearing within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But there are some YouTubers now who've just basically said, well, just drop the advertising, right? If you demonetize your video. But other people are saying, no, I swore like a trooper on my video and I'm still monetizing. It's like, no, there's no consistency over at YouTube anymore. It's not even politics anymore. It's like, we like you. You can break the law, Mr. Beast. Yeah.
Yeah, this year has been a really turbulent year for the bigger YouTube channels. I mean, with Boogie coming out faking that cancer, the whole Dr. Disrespect saga, the whole Mr. Beast one.
He's got his third lawsuit now, I believe.
Oh boy, man, that really oh boy, even Mr. Beast couldn't predict this.
Well, he deserves it. He's basically, but he's enabled, right? He. I mean, pretty much he's a creation of the megalomaniac media complex that he answered a casting call to do YouTube videos, and he followed their formula, and he did everything they said, and he broke away from one group to join another group, and they're suing him for breach of contract. His former employees are suing for unpaid wages, and some contestants are suing him. But people are asking the question, why is he allowed to rig competitions and get away with it when the state lottery laws are quite clear and other people are prosecuted for less? Unlicensed lotteries are illegal in the United States. He should be in jail for 20 years for fraudulent lotteries.
Exactly. And
there are people who've gone to jail for far more than far less than he has done and admitted to have doing and has apologized for.
That's like me. That's like if me and Appalachian both got arrested for having a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
Like pure organic lemonade.
Yeah.
Yep. You can
they would demolish our stand, throw us, handcuff us, bash our heads against the car doors, and throw us in the back. We wouldn't know where we are at in the next 2 hours while they're screaming at us.
That
and
is
we have
the problem.
Headaches.
Yeah. That is the biggest problem that some people, I think it's, they call themselves the heretics, that they're pointing to and saying, this is the biggest problem between us and them. The people at the top who can afford to have $10,000 giveaways, right? You do not even make $10,000 a month off YouTube, let alone $10,000 an episode. So
yeah,
they question how Mr. Beast got all this money, how he's able to get away with unlicensed lotteries. And I said, it's the mega maniac
conglomerate,
media conglomerate, right? It's the same people who built Oprah. It's the same people who built Diddy. It's the same people who built many mega celebrities, including Kanye West. And
speaking of Oprah, did anybody see that horrendous town that town hall thing?
Oh, they are
no. I luckily missed that. I probably should have watched it.
Oh yeah! Oh my lord! They were getting so, you could tell on their faces they were getting so so angry.
Oh yeah, it's 9:45, so we are dropping YouTube because
I'll hold that thought for a moment.
YouTube is no bueno. Let's see. So come on over right here, click this link. If you're on X or the Green app, you're not gonna notice any difference. We're just gonna get off of YouTube because
so if you're on X or Rumble, just stay where you're at. You are fine.
If you're on YouTube and there's nobody there. So anyway, I'm talking to myself. If you guys see this in future episodes, please click a link in our description. You guys can find all of our social medias, the Green account, the X marks the spot, and all that good stuff. And we will finish this conversation over there. We will be back tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. for coffee and gaming, back to regular schedule. Me and hopefully maybe David, if David's going to be there or not. David will be there. All right. Everybody else is more welcome to join. But yeah. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Bye, YouTube. Bye. Have a good bedtime. Because we all know that you guys need your beauty sleep.